Glad to have you with us from Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, as we are set for a showdown in the ReliaQuest Bowl. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Kentucky's offense takes the field. This game off. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
And it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season, right? To go out with a win. Both of these teams have taken this bowl game seriously. They've prepared. They feel like they're both ready to go. Winning this game is important to build momentum for next year, and also you want to send the seniors out with a W.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. The Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Making side adjustments here. Off the play fake. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end. So Michigan State's offense will get the ball for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And a part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans.
He's got some space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Smarty. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. They just keep firing. Finds the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down mark? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Spartans now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. To the ground with the back. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his guy...
He'll off one deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down. And the Spartans will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and pass. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays.
There he goes. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds.
I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The Wildcats have their offense in high gear. Running back searching for a hole. Across the 25, he's got room. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
How about that job to get down in the nick of time to avoid the big hit?
It doesn't matter what run play you have called, if you're running it inside or outside. If the defense gets penetration, everything is done. And you saw it on that play right there. Great job by the dude.
Looking to fire. The screen, he can go. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. The line of scrimmage, the 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on third down. Wide receiver going in motion. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan State has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. The offense stays on the field despite the fact they've misfired on 2 fourth-down attempts already. Can they change their luck? They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. The Spartans are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Here's a heat. Had to throw it before he wanted.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Back to pass, it's Vincent. Pulls it in, it's Valentine. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Wide open. It's a foot race. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Takes it the other way. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Horn. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Defense looks as if it's coming. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. The Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on 1st down. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to set up the screen. Smashes ahead. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. The offense in its own end still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. On the move. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To the air, it's Vincent. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. He makes a catch. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. We reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Spartans come to the line with a new set of downs. On the ground, it's Marshall. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got a man. And he makes a grab. Defense draped all This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Spartans!
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a 2-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job by this junior quarterback to get it done on the ground. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Gets it out quickly. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. They'll throw it from the red zone. Looking down the middle. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Using his legs, it's Marshall. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. They'll try the right side. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, 2 quarters in the books in the Reliant West Bowl. A couple of teams who have battled their way here, looking to bring home some hardware for the trophy case.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time. That applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things. And that first half needs some more big plays here to get this W.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in the rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Unloads to the wideout. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Spartans will send out the punt unit. Just needs a crack to get a return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. They'll leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up.
Turning it on! Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Using his legs, it's Marshall. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Vincent. Pocket breaking down. Caught over the middle. It's Valentine. And boy, is he close to that first down. Maybe just a couple of inches short. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on 2nd down. The give on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm. And so far here to start this second half, defense picking up where it left off.
This running back is a weapon. Not only is he going to hurt you in the run game, but they're going to throw it to him, and they're going to throw it to him on 1st down, 2nd down, and 3rd down, as you saw right there.
Throws for the tight end. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Give to the back. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on 3rd down. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
On that RPO, the QB is just trying to keep it himself and see if he can get the first down, but nothing doing. He wasn't able to spring free, just too much speed defensively, and now it sets up 4th down.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Single back formation, and they give it to him. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on in the second half.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Got it in the middle. It's Bargava. play of this third period. We've reached the break, and Michigan State has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Looking downfield, it's Vincent. Fires to the right. He's got it. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Spartans look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. Works the middle of the field. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Tries to do it himself on the draw. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Coaches preach all week about physicality, physicality. That is how you do it. That is how you put it on tape. That's how you show everybody in the locker room, everybody on the field. This is how our defense is going to be. Do not run the football because we will knock you senseless.
So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline, so let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy.
Gonna let it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Finds his target down the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Using the quick game. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Trying to bull his way in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. Powers forward. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. He splits the uprights, and that lead grows even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. It'll be third and long. looking for a deep man. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. It is amazing what you can do with your roster if you just refuse to have kickers. It's also amazing how you can wreck a game. Trying to escape and get it himself. He will